Hey, what's up YouTube? Today we have something a little bit different to unbox. It's actually going to be the A12Ts from 64 Audio, the custom earbuds, which I got just right now with me right here. We're going to do a little bit of a side-by-side comparison between the U12Ts and the A12Ts. And not so much on the sound quality, it's mainly based on why I got the A12Ts instead of the U12s. That's my name right here. So it apparently comes with a 2-year warranty and a 30-day fit guarantee. It's a little nice message right here. And kind of have that like quick starting fit guy. And the box is kind of crumbled, but oops, the box is kind of all crumbled up. So right before we to be honest, the case is way too solid. It's fully metal and it's way too heavy to bring around. That's why I'm probably not going to use this case, but yeah, it's just listen to the sound. It's all metal. We have all the accessories inside the module right here, and just the cleaning tools and whatnot. And yeah, that's the most important part is right here. Handcrafted with love. The other thing I like about 64 Audio is their company culture, just their branding overall or it actually makes you feel a little bit more intimate to the brand, which is really important for me anyways. But oh damn, just look at these. It's actually a little bit better looking than I thought it would be. Probably under the lighting. Let's look at how shiny it is. And we have the U12Ts right here. Is it focusing? Stop focusing onto my face. Yes. So yeah, it's like the weight, it might actually feel a little bit lighter than the U12Ts. Let's get a little bit of a close up. So yeah, before I try these out, let me explain a little the procedure of getting these A12Ts in case you want to get the A12Ts instead of the U12Ts. I live in Canada, so buying these are actually quite a pain in the ass. So first you have to find a place that does ear impression, so most of the audiologists. The other way to find an audiologist around you would be to go on the 64 Audio website, and they have a map of all the audiologists. I'm not sure if they're partnered, probably not, but it has a pretty good list of like clinics and audiologists that you can find, and you can get these done. The one I went to probably wasn't the best, but it kind of got the job done. I started to try these to see how well they did the impression, because we did these 3 times in order to get the right one. So after you got these done, you need to send an email to 64 Audio to make sure that these are made properly and that you are ready to send off these to them. You can also order these before or after you got the impression done. So once they receive these, but yeah, that's the key part. You got to make sure that they give you a firm reply that these are gonna work. So with me, you see there's 4 right here. So I did it 3 times and I went back. Yeah, I went there 3 times. So the first 2 times, the first time it was definitely too narrow, so none of them worked. The second time, one of them worked and the other one's too narrow. So the third time's a charm, right? And the third time I went back and they got it done. So the thing with ear canals like mine, let's open these up. So 64 Audio actually has instructions for how you get these done right, and it's definitely a good idea to look at the instruction and probably bring the instruction to show the audiologist. The one I went to, they didn't really bother to look at it. That's why we had to do it 3 times. But you can see that the reason they had to do it 3 times is that because my ear canals are so small. Like this part is the ear canal part, like right at the tip where the foam is, right here. So it wasn't extending enough into my ears, so that way the impression wouldn't work for the A12s. But first time's a charm, right? So I guess hopefully they're gonna work. Sometimes you get them back done, but they still don't fit that nicely. So what are my reasons to get the A12Ts instead of the U12s? The reason why I picked 64 audio instead of Empire Ears or JH Audio or the UE Live. The reason behind that is that with the comfort, you can see that it has the apex module right here, which means that when you're wearing it, it allows part of the air pressure go out of your ear canals and it doesn't build up inside. You know how when you listen to these earbuds for a long time, the air starts building up inside? With the apex module, it's just so much more comfortable, and comfort is mainly the key for me. I forgot to mention what I use these earbuds for. It's mainly for editing and just everyday usage. As for delivery time, it takes, well, since I did these 3 times, that took about like a week or a little bit longer than a week. Normally when you go to the audiologist and they will get it done the same day. You will probably have to make an appointment in advance, but they get it done in the same day. But I had to do 3, so that took a week. So there's about 6 days. Let's say if that takes 2 days, normally it takes 1 to 2 days. So 1 to 2 days, and then you have to email 64 Audio. So they generally reply really fast. So that's about a day. So we have 3 days right there, and then you have to ship these since I'm Canada in Ontario. So that takes about 6 to 7 days. I'm talking about business days. So 10 days, and then they receive them, you have to wait about 1 or 2 days. So that's 12 days. I would say they normally begin working on it when you get your order in, impression done. That will be about like 13 to 14 days, roughly around the area. So 13 to 14 days they start working on it, and it's depending on their demand. It's generally 2 to 4 weeks. So I guess during COVID and everything going on right now, and holiday season, things like that, it will generally take probably 4 weeks. I would say roughly 4 weeks, because my estimate was around 3 weeks, but it actually took 4 weeks. So to be conservative, I would say probably like 60 days, not business days, just 60 days altogether until you get these babies. But when you get them, it's probably worth it. So let's try these out and see how it fit. So that's what they meant by it takes some time to get used to. It doesn't have that tip that most. It doesn't have these rubber tips, so it feels kind of a little bit weird. I also got the IPX connector instead of the 2-pin. These are so different. I would just say that yeah, it's different. It goes much deeper than the U12Ts would go in, but that's because of my ear canal. So here we can actually really see the difference between the U12Ts and the A12Ts. It's mainly this part that really push up against my ears, whereas the A12s is just so irregular. It wouldn't even like stand up the way it's supposed to be. And the difference between these is that I got the IPX connector, whereas these have 2 pins. Yeah, so I guess that's the small unboxing and review of the A12s, A12Ts, and I'll catch you in another video. Thanks, bye.